gentlemen, welcome Ryan Leekman.
Yes, you're joining us for a very special episode of our Off the Radar Comedy Club Late Night Show edition. We are so glad to have you here. Things are going to look a little different for us here. You may know that this is National Humor Month, so we wondered as an Off the Radar team, if we had a late night talk show as a weather team, what might it look like? Don't worry, I'm not here by myself. We've got our whole team here as we do every single week for us. That's going to be joining us. We've got, of course, Tim down there in the control room. We've got Alexis joining us and Mark as well. Good to see you guys.
Hello.
And we'll be heading over. Tim.
No Tiffany right now. So
No,
just
yeah,
a
no
little
Tiffany,
preview shot of what we have.
Ooh, what's over there?
You guys did a great job getting this set up. We didn't have as much time to prepare as we sometimes do, but look at this late night talk show set that we're going to be hanging out at later on today. Doesn't that look legit?
It does.
I'm impressed.
It looks good.
I love it.
Nice job getting it set up for us here. So every late night show starts off with a monologue. So I thought I'd give that a shot for us. And we've got a great show set up for you as well. So let's get to it here. Because let's face it, we are not comedians. None of us, right? I'm pretty sure. So there's only about a 10% chance that you're actually going to laugh at one of these jokes. My main job, of course, is the weather. And many people think my job is hard predicting the future, right? Right? I think everybody can agree on that. But the green screen's not where the hardest part of my job is. No, that's oftentimes when I go to the schools and give a talk. Let me give you an example. So yesterday, I was down talking at Otsego schools, explaining where to go during a tornado warning. Now, for my peace of mind, Mark, Alexis, Tim, where do we go during a tornado warning?
To the basement.
Basement. Nice and easy, right? That's what we're supposed to do.
Basement or an interior place if we don't have one.
Like a closet.
Not
or
everybody has a
something.
basement.
Now, I was going to try to explain that part, but before I even could, I talked about how the basement is the safest place to go. But then one of the other kids in the classroom raised their hand and said, yeah, but my basement started to flood last week. So where am I supposed to go if there's a tornado warning and there's flash flooding happening at the exact same time?
I don't know.
That
What did
wasn't
you
the
tell
joke.
him?
That's what the kid asked.
What did you tell him?
What did you say?
Well, I was getting ready to try to figure out an answer, right? Because that's a really good one. Apparently, our audience really likes these. Thankfully, one of the other kids chimed in and said, yeah, what if there were sharks too? What would you do if there were sharks?
You need a shark cage.
You would need a shark cage, you need a
And
scuba gear or
scuba,
something
yeah.
like that. Thankfully, the teacher saved me at that point for us here.
Okay.
All right. Wah, wah. So, all right. Hey, it's been a cold week, right? Wind chills were in the teens yesterday, but brighter days are ahead. We know that. The sun's sticking around a little bit longer. The mud hens are back. And we might, keyword might, be done in the snow, which means here in Toledo, just about the time that we're planning our first cookouts, we'll probably get some more snowflakes. Don't you guys think so? Yeah? Probably get some
Is
more
this where
snowflakes.
we laugh?
Yeah, laugh. Do a laugh.
Awesome.
Where's our fake laughter? I was promised fake laughter for my monologue. This is supposed to be good. Thank you. All right. Really tough job. Here we go. On my drive yesterday, I might have gotten some help from
It only goes downhill from here.
Oh, it was never good. On my drive yesterday, I saw a robin, a snowflake, and a guy mowing his lawn, all within the same block, or as we like to call it around here, spring in Northwest Ohio. Thank you.
Clever, so
man.
funny.
Thank you. Oh, I want to see all of you get out here and try this. That's right. I mean, just last week, there were people wearing shorts. The weather went from margaritas to mittens in 48 hours flat. Or as we like to say, Alexis just kept with the
This
margaritas.
is going
All right, it's
swimmingly.
bad. It's bad out there. Yesterday, I even asked my smart speaker. You guys have any of those? Those Alexis like little thing? Or Alexas?
Alexa.
No, we don't because of my name, but
You can change
all
it
the time.
to
We don't have any of those?
my computer.
we do Apple products, sorry.
Okay, well, same thing. You can ask it, right? You can say, hey, what's the current weather conditions outside? So I said, what's the temperature outside? My Alexa just sighed at me.
Oh.
That was it. That's all it did. That's when you know that it's rough. Did you guys know? Just like that. It's been the windiest year across the U.S. in over the past 50 years. This year has been the windiest. It's out of control. I saw a trash can rolling down Monroe Street yesterday like it was training for the Glass City Marathon.
Oh, man.
Yeah, just like
Wow,
that.
these are so good.
Can you pump some helium in here or something?
Anyway, all right, spring is here.
Some laughing
Maybe we'll be
gas?
back in a few minutes. Don't worry, We've got a good show on Off the Radar. Hopefully some actual funny jokes. Would you say 10% of those were funny?
Yeah,
Sure.
We'll give you that.
So see, my prediction was correct. That was pretty good. I'm going to save everybody from the rest of the monologue, but we've got jokes. I'm going to go over to the desk here because this looks really cool. We've got all sorts of goodies going on for you here, but as any late night talk show has, we also have a guest comedian. Look at this. Let's see if it's set up right. This works pretty good. Hold on, let me get my little coffee mug here. There we go. Works pretty good. Let's get into it. We've got our first guest, our comedian. Let's see if she does better than me. Hopefully she does, because that was pretty rough. Our comedian, Kaylee Bowers, with some weather jokes for us here. You're our dad joke expert, but I think you got some more on the docket today, right?
I might have a few. That was a pretty rough warm-up there, Ryan.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Finally, some comic relief.
I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, I've got my little handy-dandy bad dad joke book ready to go. First off, let's get this the right height.
This is your first time. Is this your first time performing on a late night show?
It is.
Okay.
Late
So
night?
everybody be nice.
Early morning, well, they weren't nice to you, Ryan,
No, they weren't.
but that's okay. All right, so this book, Fun, Funnier, and Funniest, joke books. Joke book for kids and grown-ups who act like kids.
Oh, that's us. Mm-hmm. That's us.
That's
okay.
Ryan.
We can do
Perfect.
this.
So you did a lot of weather-themed jokes, Ryan. I'm gonna stick with that just a little bit. So, just a heads up, we are now under a laugh watch for today. So be prepared for conditions for the right giggles and very bad pun-based precipitation.
Wow. I do enjoy a good pun.
Sorry, Kate.
Oh, man.
How come she got a well-timed laugh? That was where it was supposed to go.
We know who's the true comedian,
I
right?
guess. All right, what else?
It's all in delivery, Ryan.
Timing.
We'll go with that. So I once called for partly sunny skies, and it poured. I wasn't wrong. I was just creatively optimistic.
Boy, that's sincere, Ryan.
Oh, I'm getting a every time. I like this. This is, we're doing this just right. All right,
This might be the last comedy show we have.
the first and
don't think?
only Off the Radar Comedy Club. So people always ask if I can control the weather. You know, I wish I could, but I can't even control my hair when it's 60% humidity outside.
Steve Jackson can't either. So it's all good.
Not even here to defend himself.
Oh,
By the way, we invited Steve. He didn't want to come. So.
Rude.
I mean, he did, but that's coming up later on for Off the Radar. So we have an awesome crew here on Off the Radar. We have Ryan, we have Alexis, Tim, Mark, and Tiffany when she is
Usually,
back.
Yeah.
It's spring break time. We're all kind of vacationing and just enjoying ourselves. But we have to talk a little bit about our awesome-ish crew. Ish is the key word.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
No,
We didn't know this was happening.
I like this one. I like this one already. Let's go.
here's the thing. The first one is about Ryan. 'Cause
Okay, go.
Wait.
Why would we not start with
wait,
Ryan?
I take this back.
No, Ryan, this is a compliment.
Okay.
You ready? You're so good at explaining cold fronts. You make a polar vortex feel all warm and fuzzy.
Oh, because of my personality? Mm-hmm. Oh, I see how it is. All right, cut her off.
Oh, that's sweet.
Cut her off.
That was a compliment. I don't know what you're talking about.
Next. Who's next?
Who do you think is next? If you had to guess.
Tim.
Close. Alexis.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
So, very, very close. So, Alexis, you're a producer. Now, what do you typically do when things kind of go off the rails behind the scenes?
Me personally cuss a lot back here, but
Can we get an example of that?
no.
Yeah, get the beep button ready.
We figure it out. I
Like
mean,
Morse code.
freak out a little bit, but
So, this is what Alexis typically does behind the scenes. You smile politely, and you fix everything while Ryan and I are fighting over whether it's partly cloudy or partly sunny.
Oh, still trying to fight for the forecast.
I get it. Okay.
Alexis is tough.
Man, yeah, talk about
Yesterday, Alexis is like, hey, I'll laugh even if stuff isn't funny. Turns out that's not true.
we were wrong. So let's slide the
Sometimes you
camera
laugh
over a
when you
little
hit
bit.
your funny bone.
You're
Oh,
up.
Can we
my
go
turn?
over to Tim
Yeah,
next?
I
Oh,
run
Tim.
those. Hang on.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. He's adjusting
forgot
the
I did
camera
that.
for his own little get
what's
make
going
fun of
on?
You
session
do like
here.
12 things. There he is.
Hey,
Would you-
Self-roast.
I don't think this is a make fun of session though. This is also a compliment for Tim.
He's being so nice.
Well, Tim, or Tim, as we call him.
Tim.
Tim has the real power here on Off the Radar, and just because he is the director.
It's true.
Even the green screen listens to him.
Yep. It sure does. Hey, the green screen.
There it is.
All right, Mark, I think you're last.
Oh, I hope this is good.
It might be, it might not be.
All right, what do we got?
All right, so I've had people ask me because they watch Off the Radar, what is it like working with Mark? Imagine a guy who says, stand by, more than your grandma says, bless your heart.
I get that.
I like that
I
one.
actually like that one.
I like that one.
That's good because
Okay.
he says
That was a good one.
He does say that.
I mean, what's wrong with grandma though? Like,
Nothing's
you should
wrong
say
with
that more often.
Oh, bless your little heart. It's all
They
right.
stand
You got a grand finale here? Is that?
Day in
I
the
do.
morning.
All right,
I
what's
do.
the
I
grand
have
finale?
one more.
Let's see.
So this is really exciting because did you guys know this is our 19th episode of Off the Radar?
Oh,
Wow.
19th and last.
That's good.
it might be.
We almost made it to 20 episodes, but that's almost 20 episodes of myself and Ryan competing for the Golden Doppler Award, which, by the way, Tim didn't win either.
Whoa! Wow! I remember he lost to the Jetstream. Remember
How do you
that?
lose to a
know what?
jet stream?
I am thinking of some comebacks, and they might be coming out here.
Oh, we'll see about that one. We'll see about that one.
Revenge of the
Come on over as a guest,
Oh,
Kaylee. Come
no.
over, hang out. This is our
Hang out.
Comedy's hard, isn't it?
It's a little bit of a groaner, to say the least.
It's tough standing up there by yourself, isn't it?
And when we have a I'm not going to finish
So
that
come on
sentence.
over here, hang out. We're on the official Comedy Club Off the Radar set for us here
is
this evening. Doesn't this
nice.
this looks pretty good
I
for
feel
us?
legit.
Thank you.
I feel even shorter now.
You should. But you got the comfy couch.
I do.
So you do have that.
The comfy couch.
Hey, we wanted to have a little bit of fun. I'll tell you what, we're going to make a little unscheduled first break first. Though,
Let's do
okay,
it.
Kaylee? All right, we're going to take an unscheduled first break. We're going to be back. We've got a special segment coming up that Kaylee and I have been working very hard on Off the Radar Comedy Edition.
Oh.
We promise it'll get a little funny.
Please stick around.
Yeah, it's been bad. All right,
Hey,
bye-bye. All right, welcome back to Off the Radar. This is our Comedy Club edition. Kaylee, you killed it. I thought you did a good job.
Oh, I mean, so did you. This was very interesting, and it's only going to continue to get interesting.
I think so as well. So Kaylee and I have been working behind the scenes here. The rest of the crew doesn't know about this, but we wanted to work really hard on a special segment coming up here that we thought would actually potentially be funny for us. So this is going to be our segment that we don't think anybody else is going to get to be a part of. It's just going to be you and I telling some jokes.
Oh,
All right,
no.
so we ready for this one for us?
So we should probably tell people what exactly this kind of joke is. They're supposed to be interesting.
Well,
to
we're
say
always
the
good with the
least.
puns and other stuff like that, right?
Are we?
I think so.
I don't know. That first blog was a little.
It was a little bit iffy for sure.
Like a dog says, rough.
I think it'd be,
Oof.
you know what would be actually most interesting is if, I'd like to see these guys make some jokes.
I think we should. Should we bring
Because
in?
they were giving us a hard time the whole time we were making jokes, right?
I think so. So let's bring in some of our friends for now.
They can't take a cue. Come on, guys, let's
We're here,
go.
we're here,
Hey,
we're here.
there we
Are
go.
you guys
All
doing
right.
it together?
There we go. Hey.
Oh,
Wait,
right.
you guys are out here now. Wow, we had no
Wow.
idea.
We can move.
This was definitely not pre-planned.
We're out of control.
Look at that.
Yeah, I don't know about if I appreciate those jokes you were giving earlier. So maybe we came up with our own.
Oh.
Maybe we'll.
Yeah, yours was a little aggressive, Kayla. I will say towards you.
Maybe we'll
Nice.
roast you. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
What is
wanna
this?
go first?
Ladies first.
I want to get this
Ladies
over with.
What is this? A roast?
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe.
Is this the roast that we're doing now? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
Okay.
like it.
Maybe they're nice, like Kaylee's, but maybe they're not.
but maybe they're not.
All right.
Oh gosh, this is a lot.
Get this. Yeah, now you know
Producer for a reason.
Let's see how easy this is,
the hot
Alexis.
seat,
Go ahead.
Alexis.
Okay. So, I'm so nervous.
This is already good.
Okay. Okay. Today, we gather not just to roast our two favorite meteorologists, but to finally figure out how someone as short as Kaylee was hired to predict anything above sea level.
Wow, yeah. We should have had you lead off the show. This is good.
There's more.
Heels. Oh, no.
There's more.
There's more. I should have known when you pulled out your phone. There's
I have a whole list here. Seriously, she's so short. When she gives the 5-day forecast, we only hear 3 days because the other two are out of mic range.
This is pretty rich coming from you.
I have like 2 inches on her. It's fine.
Just notice Alexis didn't have to adjust the mic.
I did it. It's
from Kaylee's.
perfect. Okay.
I like this. Keep these Kaylee ones coming.
No, let's not.
But our weather team is always accurate, especially when Kaylee reports on ground level fog, because that's her whole world.
Oh, I get it.
Because she's at the ground level. Get it? Meanwhile,
Oh boy.
we have Ryan,
I should have known this was coming.
who
Short,
barely
tall.
fits in front of the green screen.
That's true. Too many trips to Mr. Freeze.
He's tall and likes ice cream.
You're roasting yourself.
But get this.
Oh.
Get this. He's over 6 feet and still couldn't dodge a kickball, which resulted in a broken ankle. Sir, were you trying to forecast the injury before it happened? Plus, they both have this obsession with ice cream. We get it. Ice cream is good. But Ryan,
Yeah.
the guy eats more pints than he has followers.
That's actually probably pretty accurate.
I've witnessed it. We booked ice cream for a whole month in the summer when I produced that show, and he ate all of it. Okay.
I really did.
And Kaylee claims her love for Starbucks isn't just basic, it's seasonal too. But if I see one more Instagram story with a chai and your dog in a sweater, I'm calling the National Weather Service for a cringe warning.
I'll work on that.
All right, this is where it
A
gets.
cringe warning.
I like
true.
that. That was good.
Serious.
This is where
Don't get mad at me. Oh, they told us to do this. We're gonna talk about the bow tie.
Oh, not the bow tie. Okay, this is getting personal.
The
now.
bow tie.
Ryan, you look like you're about to give the weather and officiate a Muppet wedding. It's not fashion, it's a cry for help from someone who peaked in jazz band. He says he wears it. I can't. He says he wears it because it commands respect. Sir, you look like a ventriloquist dummy who predicts hail.
Oh, man.
Last but not least,
There's more.
just a little bit.
Is this a therapy session or a roast?
Tell us how you feel.
I love you guys. Back to Kaylee for a sec.
Oh, of course I'm laughing.
She's fierce, she's feisty, and she's got more energy than the 50 chais she ordered on Coffee Quest.
Yeah.
You might be small, but you got a heart bigger than either of your furry friends.
Aw.
Now, only if your height could forecast the chance of you ever reaching the top cabinet.
Oh.
Wow.
Where's my box?
There were a lot of words that started with F in that last joke. None of them ended up funny.
Oh.
That's all I gotta say.
Fantastic.
Nice job, Alexis.
Good job, Alexis.
Thank you. Very good job.
Mark, why don't you step up next? Because that's a tough act to follow. So.
Thanks, Tim.
I felt like part of that came from Alexis' soul.
That
I gotta
was
be honest
true
with you.
feelings.
All right, I'm going to make this a bit briefer
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
because we're looking at the clock.
You're more of a briefer guy, not a boxer. Got it.
Stand
All right.
by.
Okay, we're going to start with Ryan since you're the funny man here. I've seen fortune cookies with better forecasts.
Oh.
And do you practice your dramatic hand gesture?
Of course, as a
In the
meteorologist. Yeah, of course.
In the mirror?
All right, your forecast is trying to herd cats. Fluffy, unpredictable, and mostly going in the wrong direction. And I got to say something else about the bow ties.
Not the bow
Bow
ties.
ties.
I bet Wednesday is your most accurate forecast day because you believe your bow tie gives you special powers.
It does give me special powers.
Okay, Kaylee,
Mark,
you do a lot of TikTok, obviously.
obviously.
You're very famous. I bet your DMs are full of people asking for refunds on their outdoor plans.
Oh, I like that one. I like
You
that one.
probably predict the weather in venti clouds and grande sunshine.
Oh.
Don't give her ideas, Mark. She might start doing that one. I like that.
I have used the
good.
coffee forecast
Kaylee?
multiple times.
You seem very crafty, very resourceful. You probably use a Starbucks cup as a makeshift rain gauge.
Oh, that's
Not a
Saw
bad
that in
idea.
your last selfie. And finally, we know you love dogs and cats and animals. Do you ever try to explain weather patterns with dog toys?
No. I should.
Get a little squeaky.
That'd be interesting.
Squeak, squeak, squeak. Well, that's all I got.
Mark,
Tim.
good job. Mark, I gotta say that comedy was more in focus than most of your typical camera shots.
Oh, he went there.
Good job.
He
Good
went there.
job.
So I have to follow both of you two. Ryan, we know you love the Wood County Fair.
Oh, hold on, time out. Your headset isn't plugged into anything.
What?
This
part of my
this is all for show here.
No,
There's
it is. It's wireless. This is a transmit.
That's the
Go on,
fob right
go on.
there.
It's plugged into as much as this is.
All right, go on.
Ryan, you love the Wood County Fair so much. I'm surprised that you don't issue a deep fried food advisory.
Ooh.
Well, let's be honest. If there's one thing less stable than the Ohio weather, it's your ankle during a kickball game.
It hurts just thinking about it.
You get the milkshake to make you feel
Ryan,
better.
your forecasts are like your kickball career. You give it your best shot, but sometimes things take an unexpected turn, and usually for the worse.
Give me a break.
No more breaks.
Oh, no
no
more
No
breaks.
more breaks.
No
please.
breaks for you, sir. Kaylee doesn't want to fill on the morning show.
No.
They say meteorologists predict the future, but Ryan doesn't. He didn't even see that kickball coming. If only you'd issue yourself a severe ankle warning ahead of time. Kaylee, we know you love your coffee.
I do.
I'm pretty sure your blood type is cold brew positive.
Chai. Thank you.
See, I got the chai.
I like that.
That was
Without
good.
caffeine, your forecast wouldn't be partly cloudy, it'd be completely overcast.
Wow.
Kaylee, you do have a strong TikTok game, but if lip syncing and doing dance trends was easy, then even Ryan could do it.
It's the throat.
You love bad jag jokes too, but have you seen some of your 7-day forecasts? Those punchlines aren't the only thing with that are questionable.
Wow. Yes.
I'll be here all week.
You guys might be. You guys are actually funny. These are good.
Oh my gosh, these are great.
I didn't make any of these.
No, none of them.
Ryan and Kaylee standing next to each other is like a cold front meeting a warm front. One is towering, the other is rising, but you know chaos is about to happen.
That's very true, actually.
Kaylee, you do love your coffee, but to be honest, you probably need a step stool to share with Ryan.
I'm
The
not
forecast calls for a 90% chance of you asking for help.
Hey.
But in all seriousness, and this is what they do in roasts all the time, you're a great meteorologist, Ryan. Tall enough to see the forecast, unless the kickball game is taking you out.
Poor ankle.
He didn't say
Kaylee,
anything
you're
about the
also
bow
a great
tie.
meteorologist too, powered by coffee and dad jokes. Together, you're the perfect storm. Just hope Ryan's ankle and Kaylee's coffee supply holds up.
Yay.
Perfect
We'll
blend.
take that out.
It's good because we love it.
That was a good roast. Hey, I think I would say that was award-winning, Tim. But well, let's face it, we know that Tim doesn't win many awards around
No.
here.
No, he's not allowed to win.
There you go. All right, so that was a good roast, you guys. That was really
Wow,
good.
that
Thank
was
you.
awesome.
You're welcome.
For not being in front of the camera, you know.
I thought you guys did really good.
That was great.
That was the best part of the Off the Radar Comedy Club show that we've had so far today.
Whew.
You're right, because the beginning was rough.
It was a little rough.
We're
We're
working
gonna be
there.
right back. We've got a break. I got to talk to these guys.
That's
and
why
we'll
they
be
read
right
off
back
the
because I didn't
prompter.
appreciate
We got
it.
Hang
stuff to
on.
do.
The roast was funny. The roast is over, Alexis.
I gotta,
Okay, it's over.
I gotta get to the booth and run this break.
That's right. How'd you do that? All right, for the 1.5 people out there still watching after all those bad jokes,
Half.
one person's falling asleep right now. Wake up! Wake up. We still got a little bit more of Off the Radar to go.
Yeah.
We got to finish our top 3.
The best part of the day, right? We've been excited about this.
Are we done with the jokes? I think we might be done with jokes.
I hope so.
All right, where are we going? Where are we going for our top 3 today?
You're the one in charge this time.
I
We're
am in
heading up.
charge. I thought I was in charge last week too. How'd that turn out for me here? We're heading up to Minnesota. Guys, check this out. Where did everybody go? You guys were just
Is
out in
that
the
in
studio. Where'd
Japan?
you go?
We're in
here.
Minnesota, Mark.
We're here. We're back to our normal
We're here.
spots.
We're
Oh yeah, it's
Oh, that was
like
quick.
nothing
back.
even
We're a little bit more
happened.
comfy back here.
Are we all still friends?
Are we? I don't know. I'm nervous.
Is this last
Were we
week's
before?
video?
This
could be.
speaking of jokes, Minnesota was in the 70s last week. This is what they have this week.
Talk
Whoa.
about
So if-
spring break.
Yeah, so if you think
Snow
we have
day.
it bad around here.
Oh, there's a dog.
It could be worse, y'all. Could be worse.
We file this in the it could be worse category.
Yeah.
It could be.
All right, so there you go, Minnesota. We don't have anything like that.
We're done talking about snow. We're tired of it.
All right, fine. Let's move
Where are
on.
we going?
Whoa! I feel like I'm in outer space right now. Guys,
wow.
check this out.
We
for our
are
top
going to
3.
space.
Where are we heading?
The
here?
International Space Station.
Oh, I thought this was like from Norway or something. We're like literally in outer space.
We are literally in space.
That's super cool.
That is really cool.
Have you guys seen the Northern Lights?
No.
Yeah, we talked about it when we
Yeah.
were here, or
Well, clearly I pay attention.
when we were there. I feel like we talked about it before.
You're just
We
a
have.
director. We don't pay attention. So oh, we're done with
Just
the
a
roast. Sorry, we're
director.
done with the roast. Sorry, my bad. My
Oh,
bad.
it's
There
hard
we
to-
go.
Stay away from that.
I'm still a little.
You're getting into a roast fever.
Hey.
Ryan, we forecasted the Northern Lights last spring. Or
I know we forecast, but I know, but
I missed it.
sometimes it's tough with the clouds, or depending on this comes from 90 million miles away. It's a little
the
tricky.
greens.
That's cool.
like
I'd
that.
love to see it. I'd love to go to like Scandinavia or something someday and actually like see these in person. I think
That'd be really cool.
My parents used to live in Newberry, and they went up and saw them.
And
We're up there.
Is Newberry in Scandinavia?
It's in the UP.
Oh,
I think Scandinavia.
Basically
is like,
Scandinavia.
I think
Might as
that's,
well be.
I think that's Sweden.
it's
Okay.
still north,
That's true. It is
further north than
You're
us.
right. You're right.
Where are we going now?
I'm guessing Japan.
Well, yeah, you already showed it.
We are going overseas. Is this Japan?
No, we're not.
Oh,
We don't go there anymore.
this I would also love to see.
This is
you get like
beautiful.
helicopter and drone shots of this every year. Look at this, guys. Give me some oohs and ahs.
Ooh, okay, what is it?
There's
Flowers.
the ahs. All right. These are like the tulips, right?
I
Or
believe-
daylilies.
those look like daffodils or
for me, yeah.
something.
Yeah, these are in Holland, right? You got the Dutch,
Makes me
the
think of, like,
windmills
Wizard of
going and
Oz.
everything. Doesn't that look cool?
That's
is
really
cool.
pretty.
Makes me tired looking
Colors.
at it, yeah.
It makes
lot of
you
people-
tired?
Yeah.
Why?
So
Like-
relaxing.
She said the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, the Wizard of Oz does.
the
Are those
poppies.
those are
Those aren't
poppies,
poppies.
right? Yeah.
We're
Ah,
off
real
to
quick
see the
canvas.
wizard. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, let's listen.
this Holland, Michigan?
We've already ruined everybody's day with our bad jokes. We don't need to start singing. That would certainly make things a lot worse for us.
Hey, you said the jokes and roast were done.
I'm not joking about that. It would be
Great.
bad. I think we've outlived our stay here on Off the Radar.
Thanks for our last episode of Off the Radar. No, I'm kidding.
Hopefully you see us again. Hopefully.
Every Wednesday at 10:15.
Well, how about this?
join us.
Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Very
You
much
feel
so.
better.
I think we should
I'm
do
glad it's
this
over.
occasionally.
Air your grievances.
Was this?
at
I
us.
feel like this was mostly a joke, but I also feel like you guys got a little bit of your like you just got some feelings out during this too.
We finally let it out. It
Yeah,
was
some
building.
of these had some oomph behind them.
Broken
Been festering,
ankle.
like
bow
simmering in there.
tie,
like what?
chai.
Comedy month.
Oh, Tim, your mic's off.
Comedy month.
That's all right. We've only got like 10 seconds left. We're getting the wrap. The Comedy
Anyways.
Club is not going to give us a take of the sales tonight. That's for sure. All right, for Mark, for Alexis, yeah, we're getting the wrap. We're getting pulled off the stage.
Ooh.
For Tim and Kaylee.
And
Grab
Ryan.
the hook.
All right, we'll see you next week on Off the Radar.
Hopefully.
Bye.